So I'm here with Nurit Yaari, Professor of Theatre Studies at Tel Aviv. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do and why you find it interesting?
Why I find interesting what I do?
Yes.
Okay, so what I do is I teach and I research theatre, mostly the ancient Greek and Roman theatre, but also French 17th century and contemporary Israeli theatre.
And is there a particular theme that you're exploring through all of these different kinds of theatre?
For all these, yes, it's the classical theatre, the reception of classical theatre in French 17th and in Israeli contemporary, and especially two of our playwrights, directors, Nissim Aloni and Hanoch Levin, two of them who wrote their plays in dialogue, I would say, with the Greek tradition.
What do you mean by this dialogue?
Dialogue, I mean, and I forgot to talk about it.
So now's your opportunity.
It's not that they don't translate it and they don't adapt, but they write original plays on themes of either mythology or Greek plays. For example, Nissim Aloni writes 2-3 plays about the Oedipus theme.
Okay.
So it can be a sort of adaptation of Oedipus Tyrannus, but situated in New York, in the center of the mafia,
Right.
in order to find equivalence for modern times, the equivalence of the plague, of the Sphinx, or this.
Just taking the kernel of the story,
yes,
and rethinking it.
Absolutely, but for it's called Eddie King.
Okay,
so
Eddie King.
Eddie King. And he has another one who is called The American Princess, and it is about the relationship between father and son, during which the Oedipus theme is reenacted.
Right.
But Israeli theater is very much related to Israeli reality.
Right.
And the style of playwriting and the directing and acting is realistic.
Okay.
And these two playwrights were very poetical, wanted to take a distance.
Well, they want to break away from
They want to break away,
Yeah.
and they want to see more the metaphor with which we can work the Israeli situation or the Israeli experience, not with reality. Especially in Israel, we need a theater that will take us away from reality or further from, to be able to see the global picture.
To get a perspective.
To get a perspective, to get perspectives.
Yes.
To understand really what challenges we have. And how to be more human, and how to be more tolerant, and how to be, not to think all the time that we are implicated and we are going to be annihilated. How do you say? Destroyed. Destroyed, because this is the trauma of the Jews in Israel. But also that we are sometimes we are the torturers. We are the role has changed, and if we don't see, if we are only in reality, we don't see it, and we have to take. So this is what I normally, this is what I do at the university. I teach only these times in theater history when it was like this, when you could, and also in Israeli theater. This is what, and in my theater, I'm working in, as Lorna said, I'm a dramaturg and the artistic consultant of the Khan Theater in Jerusalem. It's a very small group, and we make a lot of experiments, and I always bring to the repertory this kind of plays.
Right.
17th century.
So you're not just a pure academic, but you're also
I'm
putting on plays.
It's very difficult to be in the theater and to be purely academic because then you don't understand the body, space, the performance.
Yeah.
And,
so this gives you a unique insight really on interpretation.
Yes, yes. But many of our academics at the theater department are like me. I mean, we are a bunch of people who work also as dramaturgs, directors, and but doing research and academic teaching.
That's a very interesting fusion, I'm sure. Actually,
yes,
we can learn a lot from this example. I'm conscious that you have a taxi.
That's
to
right.
catch.
Yes.
So perhaps we ought to draw this discussion, however brief, to an end. And it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I hope that at some other point we can meet again.
Okay.
Thank you very much.